In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the standard form of a quadratic equation. I didn't put that down. It is quadratic equation. And the reason it is because it has an x square in it. We've been talking before about y equals mx plus b. And this is when you just graph a line and it's a straight line. You don't see any squares here on the x. It's just an x. So this is a straight line. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the quadratic equation, which is a parabola that looks like that. Okay. So the standard form goes like this. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, all of these letters, not all, this letter, these are all numbers. And the a, you notice, goes in front of the x square. The b goes in front of the plain x, and the c is just a number all by itself. There's no x's there at all. So if somebody asks you to put an equation into this form, this is what you have to do. So let's just say we have this. We have 3x squared plus 5x equals -6, and somebody says, put that in standard form. Well, all you need to do is pull over the 6 on both sides, and now we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now look, watch. So the a is 3, the b is 5, and the c is 6. Sometimes we actually write it down. It's easier to see it when you do it. The a is 3, the b is 5, and now the c is 6. Whenever you have standard form, you have to have the a, the b, and the c. All right, let's do another example. What if I have 2 plus 3x squared equals 7x, and they ask you to put that in standard form? Well, let me write down again the actual form. It's ax squared plus bx plus c. You know how I remember that? It's just ABC. ABC. And then x squared, x, and no x. All right, so we need to get this guy first. But we also need to bring this guy over. So it doesn't matter. Let's bring him over first. So we'll go -7x on both sides. All right, that goes away. Now, on this side, we have all of this stuff. We have all three terms. But what do we have to write first? We have to write the ax squared first. So we'll write 3x squared. Now what? -7x. You know, you could go like this, plus -7x. But why would you? Just put down minus. Call it good. -7x. And then what? Plus 2. Plus 2 equals y. There's your standard form right there. That's the ax squared part. All right, there's one other thing I want to show you. What if you have this? 2/3 x squared plus 1/2 x equals 3. All right, now the problem is the fractions, because in writing in standard form, you're not allowed to have fractions. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply the 3 times 2. I'm going to multiply 3 times 2. Well, actually, may I say times 1, because the 3 has a 1 underneath it. So 3 times 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. So my common denominator is 6. Now watch what I do. I divide 3 goes into 6. How many times? 2. What is 2 times 2? That's 4. So instead of calling it 2/3 x squared, I'm going to call it 4x squared. You're thinking, how can you do that? Well, the reason I can do that is because I'm going to change all these numbers. All right, there's a plus sign. I'll just put the plus sign. 2 goes into 6. How many times? 3. 3 times 1 is 3. So instead of calling it 1/2 x, I'm going to call it 3x equals, now 1 goes into 6. 6 times 3 is 18. All right, I don't know if you recognize this, but that equation and that equation are exactly the same. The exact same. Now, but it's not in standard form yet because I have to bring over the 18. So minus 18 on both sides. And now I have 4x squared plus 3x minus 18 equals y. And there's my standard form. Let me show you one more with just another fraction. How about if we say 2/7 x squared plus 3/4 x minus 5 equals y. All right. Well, my common denominator is going to be 28. See that? All right, let's try it then. Here we go. 7 goes into 28 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8x squared. All right. 4 goes into 28 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. 21x minus, well, it's just 5 times 28. 28 times 5, 40, carry the 4, 140. Minus 140 equals y. Now, you guys don't like fractions, so you're going to have to practice that a little bit. But that's how you do it. Standard form of a parabola.